What's up, Cancer? So we got a card description, and this particular card was pulled from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck by Adriana Ayales. And then we'll go into the actual reading itself. And this particular card is Pau Darko with the subtext of Metamorphosis. Discovery through darkness, transcendence of the known, unearthing fear, nonconformity, breaking cycles. Pau D'Arco, commonly known as Tahibo or Lapacho, is one of the most beautiful trees on earth. With over 100 varieties, this tree has been used medicinally among many tribal peoples throughout Central and South America. Most commonly, the inner lining of the bark was boiled for a long time and then consumed as a dark coffee-like tea. Pau D'Arco has medicinal qualities that fall under the Moon and Pluto's dominion, such as being a blood tonic for daily strength, and also being employed for digestive imbalances and menstrual irregularities, malaria, anemia, colds, flus, fungal infections, respiratory problems, arthritis, cancer, and a lot more. The Incas and other groups predating them were known to use Pau D'Arco as a panacea. Tribes living thousands of miles apart have employed it for the same medicinal purposes for hundreds, if not thousands, of years. Many tribes use this wood to make hunting bows, utensils, and all sorts of tools, believing that it provided the great blessings of strength and resilience. Guarani, Tupi, and other indigenous tribes called it El Árbol de Yaga, which translates to the Tree of Heaven in Guarani. The Milky Way was known as the Road to Yavaga. Lapacho is, this is the guidance portion. Lapacho is one of the great protectors of the sacred, and she is welcoming you in. Archetypically, Pau D'Arco embodies one of the faces of the Dark Goddess in her mighty splendor. The Dark Goddess is multifaceted, challenging belief systems, frailties, weaknesses, and testing our strength. Like Pluto, Lapacho demands you to rebel against the ignorance of the old self and learn paradigms that inhibited the splendor of your self-expression. Her mighty darkness provides the tools to rebuild ourselves anew, triggering instant metamorphosis. Don't fear the unknown nature of mystery. The cosmic womb and its darkness births all hidden potentials into existence. Trust and step in. You are being guided. Now, I don't know. First, I thought this was like when I first looked at the card. I flipped over. I tried to see rereading this for Cancer, and I am. Oh my goodness, I totally am. So interesting. So there's a first reading. This is the first reading that I'm doing as a as a redo. It's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, I suppose, but this idea of kind of the metamorphosis, one, I had a moment to where I was reading, where it was from, and I seen this idea of what is it? South. I was supposed to read South America, but I ended up reading South Africa. And I got an instant hit for this idea of what they're doing in South Africa, what's going on in South Africa with the South Africans saying things like, "Oh, it's a genocide" and stuff like that. And it's it is interesting because that idea of what's happening in South Africa, I would really genuinely call those people very sensitive in nature, right? that's the way they've come out and they said this, and the world is literally watching, like, in real time what's happening in Palestine, and you to use a word that's being debated around over there is it's actually it's quite something to see that and to know that, and very much a problem that you that they think that that's okay in their particular case, I would say. But if you have a particular understanding of the way things come off to you, Cancer is has a stigma for being an emotional sign, right, and lending to emotional tendencies. But that doesn't have to necessarily be the case, right? So understanding emotion is one thing. That's the idea here, is that they're to be sensitive to the world of emotion doesn't necessarily make someone emotional in the way we understand the society today. It's simply to really be able to understand that, and there are energy signatures, or really just have a wider spectrum of energy signatures really related to impacting you in general, right? So you should work on that. You should definitely work on what that is for you, or if it's somebody around you, you can help them work on that, because there could be something that you want to genuinely genuinely pass on to another person. But also the idea of Pal Darko, the metamorphosis, right? The mature Cancer is very resilient, right? And it's resilient to a point to where it's not like it's not in a sense, it's not avoiding sensitivity. It's simply aware of its sensitivity, and it acts accordingly, right? So it adjusts the action, the behaviors according to that particular idea of being able to sense things, right? That's sensitivity, being able to sense like those things, those other things. You need to, if you do feel like you are not yet you are being swayed too easily in terms of the world of emotion, you should understand that you can also control the world of emotion as well. It's a very powerful signature for controlling that world. You should understand how to control it, what to do, where you can influence in terms of really create the impact that you want in the world. That is very much important for Cancer, because this idea of transformation, when it comes down to the Cancer archetype, it is extremely powerful, and that is, there's a level of potential there that doesn't quite that a lot of people may not be able to see. So be ready for that transformation, and be ready to develop calluses, right? Don't, like, when it comes down to the world in general, you don't want to hide from the idea of developing those calluses. You want them to or developing, or just really being hurt by things. You want to develop calluses, right? That what's the saying? You don't ask God for an easier life. Ask Him to be stronger, right? For more resilient in this particular lifetime in general. So that's a powerful way to go about really this idea of transformation. If you have been hurt, look for ways to develop those in the calluses. But even if you if you are afraid of being hurt, look forward to what it means to develop those calluses. It's a very real understanding and a shift that comes with this new mindset. And don't run from it. Don't think that don't think that this idea of comfort only belongs to people who avoid things, right? You can, in this transformation, you could become very comfortable in not avoiding things. Comfort, for those that don't know, comfort, the Cancer archetype rules over comfort. This idea of comfort, you can become comfortable in addressing things and really being upfront and ready to shift and ready to confront anything that needs to be confronted in general. And in any case, that was I don't know if you guys got a message out of it, but this is the first time I'm doing the actual second the second go around, or the repeat for this card. So for any sign, but or for one sign in general. But if anything, I hope you guys have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.